Yes, I'm going to Makwa Baby Emfa Emra Bedwem so on Adom TV. Live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119. Multi TV, Digi Boss, and say live and so on. You're streaming on all our social media platforms. Okwa search for Adom TV. Na share live stream no. Ya comment was here. Ya Virginia can kai edi ama me dey akwasi insiana ya koso fa yakọ emfa nkoma ora Ernest yakumi abusua ene wadehye enyina nkanka oyere ene mma ya ejomo ewo ekire. Then also mamemfa yakọ kese confirm the NPP Central Regional Secretary Richard Techimensa na no kwesi de na ne yere efrimu ro emayako nyame onchichire oni abusua nyina awre ye ne nyina yenso enwie bi nyame kam ho na bi ka se onanim ne ye ena oye edima ne ma ene on Mpensenpensenmu ne ko full tadi ene full western and then the western north and come there babedi honorable Japa Mesa former MP Sansuna honorable Kofi Ako MP for Evaluator.
How is he?
The Mesa himself.
Apome.
Bokola azwe. Na badabai.
Oh, muntu kono.
Okay.
Moko constituency over the weekend. Okay, meetings be briefly. See, I've been here.
Oh, okay.
Me chair with you for now. Kanka. I want to win your brow here on Sikuni and I'm calling now. Yeah.
What happened? What's the Bokodi?
I'm not, but Yamana Kwaba. No constituency with the honorable Blay, lawyer Blay, or you Jumapa.
Oh,
it's a so of constituency no Abba. Now, Enda, Metty was opera with sin aside the MP no.
Okay.
Opera woman Koso Hinum Pokang.
Because of 6 months, I do my wire.
Minya.
Nits.
Now, assurance of Parliament also you may be a minion or Jane or Batoro. It's secondly for the one I say. It's good to see you, my brother.
I wish him well as always.
That's
good. I'm there. Nimpibia and your bottom wire, you may know.
Sure.
AB. Na Ubisu about Yado. And see, say, second for what the parliamentary seat national and sa that now on him bottom wire. I can only wish him the best because me sure. And see, that's how I do my politics. Unlike
that's very good. That's very good.
And when they say no, when you able collapse, cancer when they see the reality, I wish him well. Why not?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
And we are also there to help him out. And evaluate call. I'm there. Me call this weekend. Me call. Share my constituency.
Okay.
Me MC and the Thanksgiving service. You share with I always say that there's the only constituency with 5 paramount chiefs. Okay. And this time around the coordination it's perfect.
Okay.
And I don't want to say. Na bibi asuboko. And it's good to be here.
Yeah, they are me say. Welcome home. Honorable Mesa, before you start here, FM free so. When was the last time we shared this with me?
In the lead up to election 2024,
okay,
engagement be between the party and the parliamentary candidates na musician. And the west and the east no.
Yeah.
No much kakra.
Sure.
And to say and times you want engagement be as
yes,
difficult for me to meet him. But I be a minimum, very humble young man. Okay. First time I met him was time on Yamasi.
Yeah. Primary
one primary school, and I took an instant liking for him, humility, and of course Amazon I may could not some of parliament, but give them more time. We have to bring some changes to improve the system. And see, I've known him, from afar. Yeah, meaning on a day-by-day basis. Observing him in Parliament, if you then was now able and competent representative for the people of Akutia.
Yeah.
Indeed, we can do them more sickly.
Okay, yeah.
But Mifi Hono, no either na so kwai.
Yeah.
Then subsequently me who pictures be with Onononye MP for Ifia and an MP for Takrade and a few others also called function be Miss TTU. My MP for Ifia me initial meeting me or Takwa.
Okay.
My occasion do in Bruno as a mania corner Saturday evening where program so no more engagement do on Cranity. And the last weekend a long weekend because of the holiday. Mudu Sekune, I believe Thursday. Let me feel Saturday afternoon. And see any Bruno no Sekune, Takrade. And if I had stayed there, I would probably would have met. And be sure that be much more devastating for me than it turned out. Because I want to know who over the weekend. And former regional organizer, Abdul Ghani end up from. Also, no, in fact, Sunday no crano will call lunch with one of your colleagues, Nifi, and Ernest home. Only for him to hear Monday evening. There, why amazing. It's really, really, really devastating for a young man, upcoming young man, 40-year-old, to lose his life under the circumstances that we hear. Cardiac, we are told.
So sad.
So sad. A MP Jumano, I was stress is so it's crazy. Uneasy. It's crazy. And so many a time no public no want say I say beyond Yabat's TV though. Yeah. Now beyond Obohunwo Chamber of Parliament, what really goes into the role. Yeah. It's extremely stressful. My decision I'm more Tom Kakra.
Course that's
still out.
But to the first
but believe me, it's such a stressful job.
Oh, yeah.
And the pressure on your time.
Yeah.
The basic preventive in Zama crowd there to keep yourself healthy in Krano.
From committee to chamber to constituency.
And the cause, the demands, the problem solvings. First
point easy.
It's crazy.
But I agree, somebody has to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And see, my former colleagues, MPs, actually, on my MP time as much as possible to keep, the exercises going. As often as we can. Yema, yenenko, medical checkups, so that if there underlying condition be a woman na abwa sudden death dam no visit to be a mofa akonye na mofa wish nebusia something na yako na year na number na ene da mohun video bi also gentleman be a media Brema Kentinka isu egwaran it tells me that Washer as I can say and I could see a money na one shares many 2024 parliamentary candidates. Okay. I hope when you are called be under now chine yakona yako kwichi ya kebusu ya phone now yamo shares. But let me use this platform to do so before that personal engagement will take place.
Yeah. Okay. Wanawako.
Minya.
You are running our parliament.
Oh yeah, Simon. It's so sad. Now, Martin, the young parliamentarian forum. Friday. Yeah. A career program be a shaman. Okay. And on the platform you indicate me can leadership now. And you indicated the colleagues will be available to go. And sadly, on that very day, the car was parked. Car no park a fountain on channel near Fair Union because also can and back car no Abra Amena OPK and Joycelyn Tete the president of the Young Parliamentarian Forum. Now, Moyen you can there. Oh, Minyamboko na Mokwaka mute court be quick one. Friday. Nti nancho se dey be even 15 impo. But yenya yan ho be just about 6 in your kwai. Nti amede ohun about 2-3 days to this incident. Moagzim constituency you call Thanksgiving service. Beti yana was the man say me see. I say wow. It's so sad. 40 years. Na anana minyare ken. Ejuma no ide no. Comes with pressure because system na ye some way bia MP Yankuponi for the member of parliament is the second point of call. The calls that come from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. But they are signing up for the Jumano. The Bemka was also making sure the system is not Juma. So system is Juma be hospital and sort of flow. Yeah. And that is what we should do. Until Maso as leadership of the Young Parliamentarian Forum, and the release statement. And so I arguing there. Aside the majority caucus and aside the parliamentary body, no. And so yabokwana ibusu phone yakwa kamo yako. Na yabo mpede yankupon ona no de man ona so no wa ordinance uko. Nti yabo mpede yankupon o mane busu phone ne yin na ahoden. Na mo aka echi bia nso yeye. Na ono so no na na eriken. Oyo se de checks nso se de ye. At least they be every year they, as a member of parliament. So they akwana check vitals na de. But but I believe that God will give the family all the needed strength.
Amen. Hello, Japamesa. Meaning what me follow some come over here. Engineers and planners, Azumah Resources. The black voter.
They follow Papa.
Okay.
And the dancer and article be by Simmons.
Yeah.
Or Troy or Posty or X. And if I know, when you are I stood up and read the entirety of the document.
Okay.
And it does mean statement from engineers and planners are essentially will refute some of the claims are Bright Simmons Mickey. Mehu statement piece from Azumah Resources.
Yeah.
Mehu one termination notice. Mehu letter be one chief executive so atro refuting claims are engineers and planners we make.
Yeah.
Subsequently, so mehu Facebook post be my brother Kofi Bento, who I tried to summarize issues in now for the ordinary man onto complexities nati. Now, Osi, and I can say an enzy and some kaka na Obaba biting.
Okay.
It's a chroma ha. Ordinarily, this shouldn't be political. On your issue, and go there two commercial entities.
Yeah.
Where one transaction offer me now here. But yet to chroma ha maybe no watch book. What's not one demo? Watch book. What to listen a Japade. His Excellency President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo no in nebusuafo. One in Shishia wa Shishe wa Butrimpo. There were the Bobo Ghana Chrono wafa Ghana asset wafa. Akohwisam. Wodu gu Mpensenpensenmu Akufo-Addo no ho fi. Waka kan some book na wa trunk a book den ketro na publish ana. Them book every week or every Tuesday our editing. What wrong some fuffer?
Yeah, the book no.
Now,
book ni happen.
And take room ha.
The book is what I publish.
You see, complete falsehood. Edugu Mpensenpensenmu naban nufi. Yet chroma ha. I'm in my age more of First Atlantic Bank. No ye wholly owned Ghanaian bank. Because of Nsambio C, Bank of Ghana forced the shareholders' hands to sell it. They forced SNIT to sell their shares to Kedari Capital, Nigerians. It was okay. Yet Kroma, same SNIT. Ne hotels are only profitable. Otonama, Ghanaian, who had gone through the process. By reason only of the fact that the individual on this SNIT board or on the shareholder of SNIT, or you're associated with MPPNC. The things that these people said. State capture. Part of the Ejapadie that they sat in their room and conceived to disgrace the president and his family. They said all sorts of things. But just so that it advances their political interest, they did it. It's ordinarily. So be it on mind. Let's again my good friend Ibrahim Muhammad Orota. Why? We have to support him. But now he's taking a political turn. There are so no man paying linear. Would he be in a position to do the kinds of things that he's doing? Would he be in the position to procure this facility from a bank, West Africa ECOWAS Development Bank, which is chaired by the finance minister appointed by his brother? Would he be? You see the kinds of things I hear against ourselves for political gain. And can be more position ordinarily would have been that there's some element of controversy, certainly.
Yeah.
Because say yes, was an agreement subject to terms. Now say Ibrahim the company EMP went to meet some of the terms
at a particular time.
At a particular time. Now Nkrofono Azuma Resources, they claim that were terminated. And we've seen the termination notices in public. Now say ultimately, Nansaka facility be from ECOWAS Development Bank. Now, Opedo Zutia transaction Nakawa. He has to go and negotiate with the people to say that yes, maybe if it's true that they were in breach.
Okay.
We couldn't meet these obligations because of XYZ. But now we have it.
Okay.
And see, this is the money that we are using to pay. But now, the suggestion around the day, he's exploiting the office of his brother to squeeze the people's hand to force and take over the mine. I don't know. Osande, by reason of my training, I need to be able to be seized with the entirety of all the facts.
Okay.
And some may make a fair determination as regards the issue. But what we've seen so far, why it is taking this political twist, Ghana, we have to support ourselves. We have to support ourselves to build this country. Because young resources, when stay within Ghana, through ownership by Ghanaians, name of foreigners will take me now at all times. What will happen to us as a country? So in principle, why not? Are these people?
Oh, yeah.
Am I in the one about refer to them parties?
Which people?
Oh, party for.
The party for.
Yeah. Man reference Haptel.
Yeah.
Ghanaian company. Technology company. 25 years old. What Yamonejuma? In the run up to the election. These people. Atro akohisa. Baumiane company ECG Juma waye skebia wajibiano baumiane bi. Knowing very well that it's not true. What can Google for not so much? Last 3 months, nobody won 25th anniversary. Special guest was Minister for Communication and Abadaba Digitalization, Minister Grad, Nizumuhubo, Same Fetcham.
Jata.
Enyo. By senior and Professor Dominic Aini, then Attorney General. They were the ones who were there. You heard their comments. So why do we do that? I'm paying they want, but I'm a marker there. Personally, if something is wrong, I'll say it. If it's right, I'll say it. It's masre. Yes, the politics they are on the bobo. Go for the bobo chaskele, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But this matter should be resolved so that at least we know clearly where the issues are. And if we have to support Ibrahim to acquire the mine and produce gold from there, why not?
So what kind of lawyer idea, boy? Ohia krata aye Azuma for Adepa aye. No more chim say yema EMP a brave or say omu raise the $100 million. A brand new were intermediaries do no more or more yet stagger payment, but time also much no more intermediary and a coin. Now, if government of Ghana still perceive or take it up this money, because certainly the bigger financiers, that's the Australians, you know, are willing to let the thing go. That's their position. They are willing to let that concession.
Well, maybe at the time, but since you ended the main statement be dated 8 July.
Yeah.
Which is saying that they found money to proceed following the termination of agreement
and the rise of gold prices.
As a,
and the rise of
course, that's what fuels the investment. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you look at the production cost,
sure,
that's a gold price, no, or close to the cost. Then the economics don't make sense.
At that time, they were doing around $1,300.
Yeah.
And now we are doing over $2,800.
Thank you. And see, the economics makes sense.
Yeah.
They can go to the market to go to a raise this car to do it on their own. Pay some of their obligations and all can win now. Yeah. Like I said, documents are made my site now.
Okay.
On the full set
of the story
of the documents. Bryce Simmons information on the two exa may read the below. Or snippets of agreement no the monde field are irrelevant for the argument. Okay, no way post.
Yeah.
I will be happy to see the entirety of the document.
Okay.
Read it for myself. I hear it's only 43 pages on those. Or about 1 hour about to my money now. So that we can provide some informed position on the matter.
Yo, I mean, Adom TV the evaluate for Semekanchana Western region for Semekanchana win our share.
Yes.
Because my senior brother a Messawa na Masuno. Na Minchi evaluate for na painful nara. Now I'm the workers but in conclusion, Wasamo came for not more Kenano. He has not read all the documents, but still he's taking a stance. Now I refuse to accept today a Japanese document or be on. He cannot say that. This is a document, an agenda we'll put in place. And we saw it. The state capture was everywhere. It was everywhere. From ministerial appointments. It has never happened. That another John Mahama, Obabano Academy, Ibrahim Mahama, Farouk Namkrofo, on ministerial appointment. It cannot happen. It has never happened. But you did it. You cannot refuse it. We didn't put the chapters we won't put. They have never been able to refute that document. And me know for or your document where they never thought there obopay until we will not accept it. Now oye pass there, that document came to light. We own the agenda in place. We still hold you to that document. Or your own document, one blueprint. That is what it is.
Okay.
Now the whole balu about today, that is not what I'm looking at. Russia as a nation, our benefit in the film.
Okay. Even is for foreigners.
Exactly. What benefit? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can't say me. It's about time we own our resources, our minerals, mines. If you evaluate your constituency between Ami and Elembele, Adam's mines were. I've never seen any benefit if Adam's were.
Oh, how?
Yes, to even pinpoint there, they've built a school or maybe 20 boreholes. Yes.
And that's what your royalties.
I'm telling you. So, yes. So if Obi Babe Juma will transfer the proceeds, now see a Juma Minyo Mesa, another Amekufia Kunuku, another hour to own it and build confidence among Ghanaians. Why would I fight it? Minya, this is the biggest of deals with regards to mineral mining a company a Ghanaian is coming to own. Or boost the confidence in both. Now, why can't we build our own? Why can't we build our own people? And tell me, more bright symbols I can't. Me who documents be. We are yet to settle, like he said. Or said you take your time, you read between the lines, and sana, you take informed position. But me, prefer when you human yet. Since you say course no, no one to cry. The course on me is for jobs. Ghanaians out there will pay Juma waye. I've always said that. Why wouldn't even snit? This is our pension benefit. Why would we not even invest in our mines? Why must we allow people to come and own mines when we have funds sitting? Yeah, no, we have to take chances. Mina, it's me. The joy over me there.
Foreign company beer. Or be exploration or almost best $50 million in the shame. We are capital crown.
Someone can only more. That's not what he's talking about.
No, what I'm trying to it's
see to what party I see the $50 million acquire exploration.
Oh, okay. So that is why we come to the petroleum agreement we have.
Yeah.
If you're not bold to risk.
Okay.
And today we also it's now mobi or not bear risk or invest or we have economy at 5%. Is that the way to go? I mean, everything in this world is a risk. It's about kind of me argue on who, what is what, and what is right. Right? Someone I can't. You statements were about. I've also cited a statement from engineers and planning.
Yeah.
It's moment kind of. I am a dog. Therefore, the first time in the history of this country of ours, a company, engineers and planning. This project, it's been dormant for a long time. It's been dormant. No commercial. Exactly. So she say, yeah, what about you? The telecommunication, it will vibe up the area.
Do you believe, sir, because of Excellency John Dramani Mahama and NDC is empowering Tinama or Ibrahim, a nyasa leverage?
I mean, this whole arrangement was started at about time. May 2023. Now, May 2023, John Dramani Mahama is Excellency in the NDC for no one. It started May 2023. Onyendaro. You know it. It cannot fly. It cannot fly. The deal, Nkofi will approach Azuma Mine, they approach EMP.
So, from 2023 2024, EMP and secure any facility from ECOWAS Bank?
Oh.
Which has been in existence before President Mahama coming to office?
I mean, it's a process.
Okay.
If you want to get a loan, do you decide when it will be approved?
No.
No. Because I don't think that they started this whole thing in May 2023. Okay. There are processes they need to fulfill. You cannot tell from that angle.
So when EMP was entering into this agreement in May 2023, what was their source of funding to secure that concession?
All those details, I believe, will come out. Today, most working, all those details will come out before we are able to make informed decisions. Now, American may say, even this thing will boost investor confidence. Every mineral of ours, they smuggle even the products. We sit here, all those areas. What are we able to tell there? Ibrahim Mahama na EMP, Sam Jonah. Look at the credibility, the integrity of such a person. Has come out to say that it's not political. If for anything at all, this is a man that is respected when it comes to those investments. We should celebrate and encourage ourselves. Propaganda. The youth of this country will pay Juma. You started gold board. Look at what $5 billion within this short space. Since he's been stabilized. Inti ame, at that one region there, or ye fully Ghanaian owned. Oji Juma Baba, Obuboya Kwan, Obama investor confidence aba, Nyamakodo. That's what we should celebrate.
Have we also thought about the repercussion if it's not handled well? Because this is an international company. Or your Maya, yes, we are trying to say your foreign direct investment bit me across you hear more abroform some do no be investment or memo. If see a hand in ye na say manoko say ye de ahoden so agye e de from semua. It's also not going to scare investors.
Why would we do that? It cannot happen. Or your process. It's your kind, where can there, day in and day out. We'll see the final settlement of this water. But Mama, even if you put it at the work of court.
Yeah.
You understand? So do we doubt the integrity of our courts? Do we doubt the integrity of our courts? Do we doubt the integrity of our courts?
You see,
so, I'm not hearing for the politicking of it. Let's look at it.
But that's exactly
no, that's not what I'm doing. The benefit of it. Oh, they that is what it is.
See,
yeah. No, I'm not done.
Then you are not done. I'm not done.
Basically, let's not go that tangent. It doesn't help us as a country.
Yes.
Let's ensure that the mistakes of the past we don't repeat it.
Okay.
Let's support our own
Ghanaian businesses.
Exactly. Because we need to build our economy. We need to build our economy to retain investment and capital. That's my point.
Also, youth will hear jobs. And then youth jobs, unemployment, was solving now.
You're going to within 6 months. Within 6 months, you create opportunities.
No problem.
It's better than last 4 years.
Why a company? What catch a gun and babuni now there? What ba? Obobe Juma. Oh, Mama
Okay.
Ejuma now no obaran the shift government ministries departments 24-hour economy. Into why shisha no shisha na within 6 months. And then you lunch. Every job be an obaran the shift. Formula 133. What from Kofu Ejuma obaran the shift? There won't be unemployment. That's what you told me. It's no problem. So why are you?
We're talking about thousands of Ghanaians. If we start full operation,
the black voter.
Yes.
You can't relate, Kofi. You can't relate job creation necessarily. Yes, I agree. We create jobs to this transaction. Okay. If Sansamna yet no enokwara,
okay,
and I use a big condition, if there's no way it can boost investor confidence.
Oh, if nietet,
Missy, if my yet no so enokwara,
okay,
we relate court. What we are told, need a order to prevent the company from transferring the shares to any other party, pending the determination of the dispute between them. Now, the dispute has not been settled. Because what's what on one mine as a bottle about to yakao in 2 tranches at certain time frame.
Yeah.
A meet deadline no time of what they agreed about to yano. What's the sentiment yada? I don't know. Mind the yen yen Tony Beam is the terminate agreement. How do you, after the fact, after the contract has been terminated, that you've gone to court, turn around and say that maybe it's coming to go to your account.
So you doubt?
So I doubt what? They signed some agreement yesterday or 2 days ago. We all saw it. But to buy watch mine, what does not exist or is available for sale? Mr. Yenfeni, I'm a missing in principle. Menside one.
Oh.
Menside one.
Oh.
Wohu what catch one go for the one kado e bi Menside one. Wohu nencha one kado ye one wohu tuntuba was e fufu. Menside one.
I can't be another one.
America wo party.
Our party.
Nation Destroyers Congress.
Whatever.
NDC.
Oh, good
what party
party
NDC? You see, look, Mama call.
Opposition.
No, don't let me go there because I think that we need to sanitize our politics. I mean, I believe in it. Okay, let's be factual with the issues. You went to a Japadio Sabadabadi.
Documents, no.
Please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. A true PD power no. Good power no Osaka. Focus on what you have to do to better the lot of Ghanaians.
You good.
I don't have any difficulty. Of course, you have 4 years. But coming events, okay, cast their shadow. And there, as a grow economy, all reserves, we do 6 months of import cover. I don't have a difficulty.
Get into about 10.
But do you know the contractors who are suffering? Do you know the suppliers who are suffering?
Also, with your contractors.
Busumbia, where you pay?
Contractors will go to you,
Chief, remember, do you know the suppliers who are suffering? Do you know people who
are
not
contractors?
Do you know the number of government contractors who haven't been paid from January to today?
Well, it took you 2 years. It took you 2 years to pay. 2 years to do what?
2 years to do what?
To make payment when you took over.
You see, as a reset, I won't catch Ghana for the reset. Etna here, so as we should not repeat the mistakes of the wrongs of the past.
Exactly so.
The things that you said about Baumian on Haptela, Sisi Atna Haja to lawyer, some who care to as we shouldn't repeat it, no. You are telling me that assuming, and I don't know whether it's true or not, that MPP took that. So you take 2 years. You
approved
from January.
We've approved.
Do you know the number of Ghanaians who are working, who haven't been paid for the past 6 months because government hasn't paid their companies? You know. So I'm saying that if you say, look, me, I always say it. Me, I wish the government well.
You don't.
Myself. Now, yeah. I'm a Ghanaian first. I have doubts with the kinds of things that they are doing. Only yesterday, the IMF is cautioning them on the incessant intervention in the forex market. I know they are manipulating it, but I don't have a problem.
It's not massive denial.
Oh, mini problem. They should stabilize it all they want. I don't have a problem. Inflation. I don't know we're catching the inflation now drop by 500 basis points in 1 month. Hey! Yeah, really, because it will come. Now
you doubt the Ghana service.
It's impossible.
Sir.
500 basis points
in a month.
1 month.
You doubt the state
because the foundation in the
foundation.
Dollar now.
Once that one to account area.
Presidency gold board it is seed na ya branch.
Gold board why then? Gold board what have they done in the past 3 or 4 months when it was set up?
They've raked more than 4 billion.
What can you
good sales.
What the gold no you see it's as if to say there's no cost.
But talking about 50
pounds. It's they make it sound as if there's no cost.
Say like 4 billion in now by your coffee.
Thank you. But you spent money to buy the gold.
Okay.
It's a cotton façon. Is it 4 billion that you've got as a pro? These people they are deceptive. Don't go for deception.
And I said to the ultimate 70%.
How are you going to do it? How?
It's a 50-50 crowd. You are talking about $2 billion.
Thank you. So be truthful. Yeah, I agree. The export of gold, we need to take control. And we started it.
Okay.
Through the gold purchase program of the Bank of Ghana. Working together with PMMC. And I am gold board. I'm on some additional powers. All well and good. Let it thrive. But the kind of data we're putting out there, no, it will come back to bite them. Unknown the politics, no. But for now, I wish them well. When you do na Ghana for your home faso. But I know that some of our can enumdo. I wanted that Ghana for more to Abamon. Akoshi, I will train. Today you sit here and you are confident in your heart of heart, Christian Ba Mapa. The Ejampadia book no, was actually
a blueprint.
A blueprint
of yours.
And I edit in every other 2 weeks.
This is a religious blackmail.
And I edit in every other 2 weeks.
They
were editing the so-called blueprint no, every other week.
Oh. I'm not sure you saw him. He has all these details. How did you know?
We saw it. I was.
How did you know? You have the soft copy, so he does everything. I didn't know. Quickly.
I'm let's move away from that politics of lies. Me, Ibrahim, I know him personally. I've known him for years. If his businesses strive, I'm happy for him. Why not? But let's do the right things. That's why I said that if Sansamna all pray no or no kwara, it's not all going to augur well for our country. Rather, no, better sit with the partners and resolve it. Rather than buga buga, as people are alleging that is what they are seeking to do in taking over this mine. From this
by force,
that's what they are saying. That's what the allegations are.
I doubt.
See, so I don't have a difficulty.
Okay.
But so, the agreement has been terminated. The matter is at arbitration. In fact, EMP no order call arbitration or London won't determine in way. So until it is determined that the termination was wrongful, there's no mine available for you to buy.
To them go sign there.
I don't know.
But I say, or about call ye.
Minya mama kind there. Ghana for the minya mesa. No, the cause of their big time defeat, still on task. Onya trono big onya akoshi. In a sense, same you became you. The Ghanaians were feeling the heat. Ghanaians were feeling second problems from A to Z. Premiers, the city, Nyamana boarding. That was why they voted against you. The patch of the Ghana for you from Ghana for Nyama from home. They know the realities. Ntitase, don't you assemble became mismanagement. What can Ghana for? I want chair. What can be our Nyama ye? That is why they voted you out. So don't put the blame on anybody. Ghanaians are discerning. If you should go out there now, they're gonna for any demonstration. They will not support you because for these 6 months they've seen the difference. Where's the phone? A phone that was costing 20,000 is now costing 12,000.
8,000.
Yes. Amo. Second phone. First in the mbol we eto. She said what them. It's happening.
And people tell me the eto.
My colleague teachers could not afford rice.
Rice.
I might tell you. Inti them not. So he's also interjecting. No. People had preference.
Under Nana Akufo-Addo. Na ko munya mo ombedi.
Wonum kokwa
no mani sika.
No say under Akufo-Addo. Enum kokwa no pa.
Okay.
Na you are the ndihwe. And you be no with it. No. You couldn't have survived this. But people are now eating 3 times a day. I tell you.
No problem at all.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I mean, a nijo woman there. Say wrongs be I believe we will settle it.
Okay.
Let's give Ibrahim Ahama. Now you want to doubt Ibrahim Ahama and engineers and planning. This is a company that employs more than 4,000 Ghanaians. No, that's what he's trying to say. That's what he's trying to say. This is a company that employs over 4,000 Ghanaians. Let's talk about the revenue generations of what they have with regards to taxes and corporate taxes and others. Rent service allowance, rent allowance and others. Surface rents and others. It's one kind of. Let's be positive. The deal started in May 2023. Ugudo, they've all issued statement. You take your time. Munya, you take your time. Now you read, let's come all together with all the joke before we make informed decision. But I believe that the right thing eventually will be done. Okay. Now, what the Juma Super Ghana for. And that's something we should be positive about.
*281# select option 4. Metro 1,000 Ghana cedis at a pair. Honorable Japamesa. The almighty 24-hour economy. He bet drop youth unemployment, graduate unemployment to a single digit. It's already here.
Yebom Payamon.
Okay.
Yebom Payamon. Na ma working wa bem.
Okay.
Na the propaganda a dear work campaigner obey the witch rat till the kingdom come. 24 hours ya working no asemi. One kind of women development plan. Woba aggregate from Kwame Nkrumah's 7-year development plan. Dr. Kwesi Botwe ne 40-year development plan. One kind of aggregate information from Nana Akufo-Addo's Ghana Beyond Aid. Na wa pick be from 1D, 1F. No only planting for food and jobs. Na what a book 286 pages. Now wa publish wa no fanfare event organization kesokro wa board drumming na dancing na wa tunugwa. That's not what they told the youth of Ghana.
But that's what happened.
Now abadini way. I will document na Ghana.
Say a congregation of the 7-year development plan of Kwame Nkrumah. The 40-year development plan of NDPC.
Development plan. That is an aggregation of various development plans that have been done in the past. That's all.
Are you saying they themselves no money plan?
I have a plan and all. What plan I took them 6 months to develop a plan. Maybe so awesome. So our planner. Because it took them 6 months. When the president came to deliver the first State of the Nation address, what did he tell Ghanaians? That the finance minister will provide details on the 24-hour economy. Yeah. Is that not what he told us?
Yeah.
Did it happen? What this was me, Yana?
So no.
Maybe this was some Yana. Did it happen?
So
maybe some simple question, and I host I will respond to question. Maybe so. That Mr. Mahamo catch and there.
Okay.
Atu Forsen, my good brother. Mo padis so. When he brings the budget,
okay,
he will provide details on the 24-hour economy. Maybe so simple question. Did it happen? Wambado.
Okay.
Then it took another 3 months. Anna.
Yeah.
I'm
to put final touches.
Oh, Moon version B of June. 24-hour economy. No.
Okay.
That was 283 pages. Now version F no final one no 286.
So the Japanese document you the in and out the 2 versions in it. You have details. You have documents under.
Asama wa catch very simple. Oh, the Asempa Abo. Asempa Abo. 24-hour economy. They said it categorical that will run a 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
Every job will run 3 shifts.
Jobs that will subscribe to the 24-hour economy.
Which one are they? We're defining one.
Oh, so what?
Maybe some we're defining one. What can you work there? Forest crap no.
Adom.
They said all sorts of things. And look, unemployment are real. I'm going to go house to house during the election. Boys are mamma boys also MP by 8 years and you do more 24 hours he was over off on Crawford and the Etwamon na abo me do my because me here and Juma. That is what you told the youth of Ghana. It's in Crawford Pina one expectation in there. Ebe na wo first month na start ministries or run a 3 shift. And now from Crawford 3 2 aka ho. Oh, chairman. Free the man that was the expectation of people.
Let him say. Okacha said ministry to say minister of finance and yet 3 shifter on what basis?
And the job will process the payments.
One will to make it.
And I won't process the payments.
They're very good at that.
This is no your
Say we will create desk. MPP will create desk. For JJ. That's what they do.
Don't even go there. You don't even go there. Yeah.
Walk on 1 minute.
Yeah. Walk on 1 minute. Never. These people, companies are. What criticize Akufo-Addo? They were creating deputy CEO position.
Yeah.
Do you know what they are doing?
What are we doing?
Ebisame. I must say, I want that time. Yeah, time.
Hey, Japa.
See, So that was the expectation of the youth.
Okay.
That DVLA, why 24 hours, I saw matching 2:30. Na epeda license ekwa na akọ. We take udi testing na aya license na age na ekọ.
Okay.
Epe hairdresser salon akọ 5:30 a.m. We send there a wedding now. This time crown we know we'll run the 24 hours. The whole Ghana 24 hours organizer shop. I said don't get here. He said it. I said don't get here one can. That must say you man apart. Apple 5 and apprentice, senior apprentice they take over. Now around to 10. Now second apprentice one can manta. You didn't hear it. I could be based on that.
So you'll be him say.
Damn what can
you'll be him say.
Thank you. Is that what they are doing? They brought you a document.
That is what about to happen.
Oh, that is what is about to happen. Hey. Let me say, I wish them well.
No
problem. I wish them well. Yeah. This is no different from any development plan that I've outlined. Our carbon. Because, see, it's an aspiration.
Okay. And it's what
thank you. That will require many things.
$4 billion.
$4 billion or what better? Assuming. Then 4 years when you're 1.5 billion, I don't know factors. What the better then? So, Missy, one who but the hot pot or the one
Honorable Ejapamesa, but no, my main name is Siena, a young fat time. Yeah, can so in your bedroom. You're very serious. Okay, it's the other so extra bedroom on Adom TV. Happy birthday, call and from a Vida and comma aka Mama Trasem of ADB Ring Road Central. Nyanko Ponchita no nyokese. Nana say ample for J no so show. All the best. So happy birthday and confirm. Honorable. 24-hour economy.
Na ono oyaze account say that
24-hour economy no.
Because it's great, it's a game changer. Na me pede binwa message ase there. I said what's the formation kakro. Them style ya de na kina. Ona no don ko position yo. I've said the Ghanaians are discerning.
Okay.
And the people who pray to Adom at the end of the day or the non-podo all balance. If you will make a decision, that is what you are failing to realize. You know, the propaganda. Yeah, propaganda. Our young people vote no one. See, we never said in our campaign in there, the 24-hour economy nearby, you the 1 month, you do 2 months, you the 3 days, near the implement. We never said it. We never said it.
There was no timeline.
Exactly. It was a flagship policy. Yes, this is what you're going to do to bring jobs, while solving problems, while Ghana are work. Because we are dependent, they be importation.
Okay.
And ECA 24-hour, you don't stop there. It talks about reducing imports.
Okay.
Free SHS will be.
They will show up production.
You know what I mean? Free SHS will be the best, one of the best policies. I always say that. I mean, there are people in Azim, there are people in the Central Regional School called oil problem. They be if the north will problem. No, go to the down south. There are districts and constituencies in the south all problems. So I'm up there. When the gate was going to be open for every Ghanaian, I thought that it was a good policy. Okay. But implementation was so rushed.
It was not open.
Yes.
Then you're open to every Ghanaian.
No matter it was open.
Okay.
But the implementation.
Okay.
Mina, you have to put measures in place. And that is what we're doing.
Okay.
Mina, the power stability is a factor.
Electricity.
Exactly. He was a deputy energy minister. Now, Ghanaian Samno, or then, since Yampo, secretary invested in Bra, Yamatidan, and that is why we are bent on ensuring that at least power will be stable.
Okay.
And that's why we're involving renewable energy.
To kickstart.
Exactly. That's why we're dealing with tallow to mop up our gas reserves. It's here, bro.
Negotiate the gas price.
No, we signed a deal with tallow, a $2 billion facility. Tallow, Minia, you know, remember. There are some policies also they put in place. Minia, security. Okay. Me for example, end down my chain. It took us to get to Takrade before you bring diesel to buy. Why must that be? A piece of filling stations now, they want to operate full time, but security.
Okay.
And that is why we say we'll increase security, recruitment.
Okay.
Mobile money vendors. Now no payment bay, pay send obiska. 6, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Obi an start Juma because
now who was
exactly. Okay. Nti, also they put things in place. Like I said, also they make sure that power is stable.
Okay.
You have to make sure security. People are ensured security. That's what I say.
Okay.
These forest bureaus, Equaporter, they operate 24 hours because there's security. You see, you can't play with Ghanaians. What's it, Carlo? A rush gidi na a crasher, and they take good time. Which one is better? Put measures in place, plan it, and that is what we are doing.
Okay, maybe sir. Penny okay, we need to get our power right.
Good.
Because say I'm one can any one more factories need to be near Juma.
One of the factors.
Or see a map bambo emu
yes.
Send a be able to me a court in normal business.
Was here labor reforms.
Labor okay.
Because this is a point
Okay.
To assure Ghanaians there is overtime payment.
Okay.
Say Ghana ni better say there me do ministries. A month will charge us 2,000 cedis. Now me extra hour me be aka it's going to be a motivation.
Okay. It is so that ben na yen hwe no say sa factors you are mobile so nyina ye benya the right to kickstart the 24-hour economy.
Mania, I don't want to commit myself. Mama kind there, it could be a China, it could be next week. But when you hear there, you always go. It should tell you that we are prepared and we've put the right policies in place
to ensure that factors the underlying factors
yeah, but takwadi project even though 6 months into government, we've asked the contractors to continue.
Okay. So do we
Aguna 2 years na contractors be engagement.
Okay. Policies we are putting in. See I can say yenim the number
propaganda here.
No, Mpensenpensenmu. I say nothing but the truth.
Okay, yenim the number of police officials. Yen the number of police personnel be here to ensure a smooth run.
We've indicated that. We've indicated that. The Minister for Defense. We're going to improve more than 2,000 plus, going to 4,000 plus.
So, Ntiemfan said from a net to say President we are going to get over 2,000 plus addition to our security.
It could be more. I don't remember the exact figure.
No, it's in the thousands. Remember, 2,000. I think it's about 20,000.
20 plus. Sure.
Being thrown around. But
see, you are trying to put me in a corner.
Okay.
Me say, the only problem we have is about synchronizing our structures. Okay. Because I always say there, it is very difficult to tell me there, Obi, one farmer should go and grow rice. The same farmer should process it and look at even the marketing.
Okay.
That question, I don't want them. In Rwanda, if you're giving the seedlings, yours is to plant.
Okay.
Ours to come and buy and process it. See, to motivate to the planting of food and jobs.
Yeah.
Tell them, young man, that wouldn't you just plant? And that is why the minister is saying we will establish agro
processing.
Exactly. Okay. Because there was a time in Axim, food do a banche. Because this alcohol beverage factory in Accra promised them food about to banchi. Wamba. Now one on kid do a banchi. No, I could to banchi, no, or this needs to do banchi, one about to fufu. What can you make from these things? So when the Ghanaian man is assured there, whatever you produce, we will buy it, process it, and bring it to the market. There's no problem about that. Okay. So basically what we're trying to do is that, what I'm trying to say is that we are putting measures in place.
Okay.
You have a whole lot of farmers over here, they need credit. If we are saying that they should form cooperatives. The document he has to take his time and read.
Okay.
Or to the Bible, if he takes his time to read the 24-hour economy,
okay, so back to the energy. Now, government say Obama subsidy on energy usage.
That's a good thing.
To the 24-hour economy.
Yes, at a particular time in the night.
Okay. As we speak, I buy energy ECG for Kakesiepa. A queen bit me for so my energy sector, and now so you say a cow on a bit me a free one. A can order dano, ye barbering fence near Triana Bay. near ye subsidy ye baby ye mfa kafo from some meka the already burdened energy sector no one.
Mina, we've not said there the inefficiencies or ECG is only bent on account kitting.
Okay.
There are cartels in there. Even the metering system, i.e. the cost, the energy used and payment made. It's here.
Okay.
That's why we're even expanding our generation mix. Renewables here count. That is why we are saying there. Let the policy come out.
Okay.
We know your fears, but we will not overburden Ghanaians. We will not. And we'll make provisions, special provisions.
Already
it could even be said there.
Already, honorable, you baby once the per liter. Started this month.
So what I'm trying to say there, it could even be that this ecological zones here building. It could be the about solar. We add solar energy to their power generations.
Yeah, and may affect
exactly.
Yeah, tema.
Yes, they will be perfect.
But as weba mama, when I mean 1,000 cities and pay na. Eyeko ona bo akwa church asem ni nyina eso obi on tiase bi atiase aja paso atiase
aba he na
on tiase
kokwa na story
ensem odi abai
kokwa na story
5 4 3 2 1 one I read the pa 0243129129 when you 1,000 Ghana cedis adope ye when you 1,000 Ghana cedis adope oh on tiase dey be na
the more you listen to them
the more you are convinced.
The more you realize that the 24-hour economy, in fact, is nothing new.
Policies here to go.
Oh, other policies.
I'm talking about stabilizing power.
Oh, stabilizing power.
Yes.
Now we developed the energy transition framework that is changing the dynamics of our energy mix to reflect our Paris Agreement commitment. So what are you doing? What are you doing? Or your event?
What did you do?
Or your event?
Yeah. I appreciate our efforts.
Remember, now a 1D1F. Okay. What was it about?
Okay, so even if it's 1D1F, even if it's previous plans we are building on, you should commend us even for that.
Come on, somewhere. 1D1F. Yeah. What was it?
It's to increase export.
And
it's to reduce import.
Which failed.
Goggisberg economy. But it requires private sector response.
And that's what we're doing.
It requires private sector response. Private sector players will have to come and put their investment in. And they did it. Government support, tax exemptions and all. In 2024, 60 plus companies are lined up. Parliament will approve framework that if you participate in a 1D1F, you are entitled to certain benefits. However, bring it so that we look into it and approve. Did they approve it? Okay. Last year, there were tax exemptions over 60 plus companies.
For your cronies.
See.
Cronies.
These people say they are building the nation.
Cronies.
What's where?
We knew that.
Nation builders.
For your cronies.
But assuming that they were cronies, we are sitting here
Majority of them
talking
were your cronies.
about Ibrahim Mahama and the need for Ghana government to support and grow.
Yeah.
So if they were cronies of NPP, are they not Ghanaians?
No, some were not even.
We're only the one that create employment.
Some of the companies did not even exist.
And with these people,
some of them did not even exist.
Honorable.
Yes.
See.
Yes.
There's 60 companies nearby.
Yes. Some of the companies did not even exist.
These people are
the 60 companies.
Yet they turn around. Now also one time of use, I slope there.
That's it.
Because electricity, you will peak and off peak period.
Yes.
Peak period only when the demand for electricity is high.
Yeah.
That's at night. Only the price no high.
Yeah.
And then off peak is during the day when there's not much demand. We
increase the generation mix.
But then you can see in here extra fire that will flow and made us on your breath. Now can on bedroom. Because Adom TV. Get us.